All right, well, I guess the first video we're going to watch today is we got caught ? You did too. And this is the response from Redlear about his reshade stuff, which I don't think was ever a big deal, but of course people in the Star Citizen community made it a big deal and said it was cheating. It was just kind of really stupid. So I want to see what he has to say about it and what he found. I'm sure it's funny. I find Redlear to be pretty funny, guys. So let's see how this one goes.
A free tool called Reshade and made several presets showing how the community could achieve an immersive night vision effect to see better in the dark. We did this live on Twitch and in the presence of the community and CIG staff, and then shared the results by the way of a video here on YouTube. Pretty neat stuff all in all. It increased visibility and immersion quite a bit, and in my mind solidified the need for CIG to add these types of immersive features natively for players in Star Citizen. Reshade certainly is a powerful tool for beautifying and enhancing the game experience, but also has a long history of dividing the community's opinion as far as its support goes. We knew the response would be polarized at best, but testing the extent of features in the alpha is nothing new for the channel during the last 7 years. The feedback during the video's creation was as expected and ranged from thankful citizens eager to travel safely in the dark, to those who took to Twitter and Spectrum to rally the pitchforks and report what was surely an exploit. Some even called for the ban of anyone involved. Of course, there was never a real threat of being banned, and for the time being at least, Reshade is a CIG permitted tool free for anyone to use. Ironically, we found that the unfair advantage some people claimed could be gained with this mod can also be achieved by simply raising the in-game gamma, sharpness, and brightness settings. It got me thinking though, what other tools do we use to play Star Citizen that some players may consider unfair or exploitative because they were unaware of them, choose not to use them, or maybe even can't afford to? After all, this is not the first time
Is voice attack illegal?
that the unfair advantage argument has cropped up around a specific tool. Similar concerns have come up in the past with head, face, and eye tracking technologies that give players a better view in combat and enables them to select, lock, and fire missiles at targets, even using the rear view camera.
Yep.
Adjusting settings on monitors and drivers for more gamma, vibrance, sharpness, and even shadow visibility was a standard first step for most players. Some even opted to use contrast-enhancing glasses, on-screen crosshairs, and even graphic tweaks through user config and attribute files. If you're able to spend the cash, most high-end gaming monitors offer a competitive advantage by the way of faster refresh rates and response times to reduce motion blur and input lag. Some models can even increase your field of view by using 21:9 or even 32:9 aspect ratios compared to players using only
Except your UI is completely screwed.
the standard 16:9 monitor. Using a PC with the latest CPU, GPU, SSDs, and memory will get you even more frames than the average user. Some characters even choose to install Star Citizen on an unsupported operating system. What about glow-in-the-dark RGB mechanical keyboards and gaming pads with thumbsticks, macro support, and even analog switches? Mice with superior optical sensors, polling rates, button counts, and on-the-fly precision modes. What about that Elgato Stream Deck and Game Glass tablet to gain quicker access to in-game functions? Maybe someone you know upped their game with a dedicated gigabit fiber line, achieving the lowest possible latencies to the Amazon game servers. Perhaps they even replaced the ISP-provided hardware with their own switches and firewalls to throttle other household members who would seek to use this newfound power to watch 4K remastered reruns of the Gilmore Girls and interfere with the important internet spaceship packets. Don't forget about the 300-pound desk adorned with Monster Tech mounts, boutique joysticks, throttles, pedals, and button panels with superior hall sensors, adjustable cams, and spring tensions, all MacGyvered with button extenders, grip tape, and Nyogel lube for tip-top S-tier stiction-free accuracy that won't wobble during heated combat exchanges on Spectrum. How about that session-prolonging gaming chair secured by 30-pound dumbbells to prevent slipping and sliding in the heat of combat, and listening to every tiny tiptoe in the verse on the best gaming headset money can buy? Using floor pedals to lean and crouch, keeping the hands free for pure WASD mouse-flicking nirvana while rubbing the stuffed Pico for good luck and sipping your streamer-approved energy drink for more stamina, alertness, and reaction times. Tools that data mine, compile, and expose game statistics into quick access comparison websites and sortable spreadsheets, so we know which components, ships, and weapons are all meta, all while keeping it up on a secondary monitor. Controller
Yeah.
config tools to hide and add virtual joysticks, create detailed curves, split axes, merged axes, remove
still
smoothing
going.
delays, and gain access to advanced functions like shift profiles, smart tempo buttons, and even chain firing support. Voice attack profiles for hands-free control via repeatedly unrecognized commands, while engaging in top-tier psychological warfare via voice-over PvP IP and safely dipping out like a space ninja into the night with Alt F4 to report real-time tactical information to the org Discord about the random Bob group of Jumptown dancers about to be obliterated by the Hercules A2 purchase with real money during the last anniversary sale. Whew. I'm sure there are many other things not listed here.
Oof. The last one.
That people use, and I suspect most of you watching have used at least some of these items to increase the enjoyment in the games you play every day. Do these tools and devices give us an advantage over other players? The answer is most likely yes in a lot of cases, and possibly an amusing no in others. Is it fair? Maybe not. But where is the line, and what, if anything, should CIG or any game company do about it? Certainly, there are manipulations and injections that CIG consider cheating, and they have definitely started down the path of detecting and blocking them using off-the-shelf solutions like Easy Anti-Cheat. But there is only so much a company is willing to do to maintain absolute parity. There will always be something that gives one player a perceived advantage over another, and in most cases, game companies have no ability or even a desire to police those things. At the end of
I'm confused how this is such a huge advantage, though. Like how this created like an uproar. I just don't get it. The game is literally pitch black 70, I feel like 75% of the time. Wherever I go, it's completely pitch black. Like it doesn't feel like cheating. It feels like just making the game being like able to be seen. It was never intended to be like this. They always intended to make a night vision. They just didn't do it, and we're not playing a real game. There is barely anything to do in this game, and nobody wants to sit there in the dark using a flashlight that barely works. I totally understand if this is done when there's actually a video game and something competitive, but there's nothing here. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to argue this right now. It is a for now solution until CIG does something about it. And after that, nobody will ever talk about this shit again. I don't get it. It makes no sense.
At the end of the day, they make a choice on which things to manage within their control and attempt to strike an intended level of balance between what is fun and immersive for gameplay, but also a reasonably equal experience for all players. Of course, as a community, we won't always agree where CIG lands on these choices, but if we're looking to change their minds on such things, lashing out on Spectrum or Twitter won't likely get us very far. Instead, we're probably better served through constructive and thoughtful feedback with examples and proposed solutions. They may even listen. Thanks for watching.
He should be banned. You're literally trolling. You're trolling right now. You must be trolling, dude. That is so crazy. Like, I think at some point something like this would be a problem, but I don't think that anything like this should be considered even conversation worthy at this point. He just did something really cool. Like, and I agree with his argument. Then ban everyone using a head tracker, ban everyone using voice attack, ban everyone using good joysticks, because not everybody has those. No, it's cheating. It would never be tolerated in other games. Yeah, that's the problem, is you're talking about other games. You're talking about real games that actually are competitive. Stop pretending that this is one. Right? I agree with you. This isn't, but this isn't like Valorant, dude. You know? That's why I think when there's something to compete over, there likely would be a solution for the nighttime problem. And then they can ban Reshade or certain versions of Reshade, whatever, that can do stuff like this. If you don't, like, once the in-game solution is there for something that they already said they're going to put in place, he did something that will be available to everybody at some point. That's why I don't have a problem with it. I know you're trolling, but at the same time, people legitimately say this. So if I'm responding to you, I'm responding to them. Right? It's insane to me. It's literally a tech demo. Exactly. Nobody cares. Everybody spam at Virgil. Screw that guy. All right? But yeah, I just don't get it. And the reaction to his video was, I think, overwhelmingly positive, and he got one guide, like I have many a time, where he looks at the 3 people who think that it's a bad idea, and then and don't see the hundreds of people that thought it was a good idea. Right? Good on you, Redlear, and yeah, keep having fun and keep doing what you're doing. Like, and in case you guys don't know Redlear's YouTube channel, because he is a very funny dude and makes some pretty good stuff. There's the video, so you can go ahead and subscribe to his channel and stuff like that too. It's just crazy to me that people even got upset about this.